Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the weekly recap of DPRC's Independence Day battle. We got Kenny with us, the race director of this past weekend's event. Bill Sogo, team driver for DPRC. We wanted to go live, talk about everything about this weekend, what's new and upcoming, what we got planned. Um, it was an eventful weekend. I can tell you the temperature was probably no less than 150 degrees every day.
It was so hot, especially in the afternoon on Sunday. It was cooking.
Oh my gosh, it was brutal.
Yes.
I come out in pants and a shirt, and I turned right back around, went back inside and changed into shorts. I was like, oh boy. So yeah, it was very hot. What a great weekend we had. I think people started coming in Wednesday night. Like the actual event didn't start till Friday. We had people coming in Wednesday night. Thursday was pretty busy. Friday was moderately busy, and then it was very, very busy Saturday and Sunday. But it was great. Tons of campers. A lot of people camped. That seemed to be a big hit. I know the vibe at night over by the camping section was pretty cool. Uh, we all enjoyed it. And it's nice to be able to walk across the parking lot and go to bed, you know?
Yeah, that is kind of nice.
Not have to worry about anything. So, yeah, what did we do this weekend? Let's see. Friday, we had practice, right? And then we went with the legs. They took us on an adventure down to Emerson Falls. And that I've never actually gone crawling short of at the shop or in the parking lot here. What a ton of fun. I think I didn't count, but probably 15 people, maybe 20 that went rock crawling. And we ended up spending 2-3 hours there. So it was very good. It was excellent. It was a great time. I had to leave because I was going to fall asleep because it was so peaceful there with the waterfalls and everybody just crawling. And I'm like, I got to go. I had to get back. So James couldn't make it tonight. He just got home from work, so he's still got to eat. But thank you, James and Ellen, for taking us on that. That was a ton of fun. If you missed it, I think we'll try to do something like that again because it was a big hit. And it was a great time. What a great time. So that was Friday night. What did we do Saturday? Saturday we had practice and then qualifiers. Oh, we had a dirt oval race in the morning. That was supposed to start at 9, and there was a couple people that were running late, so I don't think they started that till what, 10:30?
Yeah, it was like 10:30. I think they ended up starting.
Yeah, and the issue was we had the Joker Lane on this new track, and the decoder box that runs Joker Lane was running that oval race. And Tim Gorman, he was the race director for the oval. He had some pressure on him because we were looking to get the qual started by 1:30, 1 or 1:30.
Yep.
And
We pretty much got it right on time.
he did. He cut it down to the wire. He did a great job.
Right on time.
I heard him. He's like, okay, 5 minutes. We're going. Let's go. Let's go. So, no, so he made the oval happen. And we had some people come up from, I think, Massachusetts. We had our first actual sprint race. That was pretty cool to watch those guys go around. We almost had a sprint race last time, and I think every sprint car broke before the actual race, so it never happened. But this weekend we were able to get enough of them, and they all stayed together, and they got out there and raced. So
Yeah, it was definitely pretty cool. I got a chance to watch it.
And I think
Yeah.
Bob, Friday. I think you missed. We did. Was it Friday that we did cornhole?
Yeah, I missed
Saturday.
cornhole on Friday.
Saturday was
That was
cornhole. Friday we did the crawling event.
Okay, so it was Saturday cornhole, and then we did a teams race too.
Oh no, you're right. We did cornhole Friday night. Yeah. How
Say
did that
again,
go,
Bob?
Bill?
I've never heard you say that I'm right. Say that one more time.
Bill, you are right. Mark this day down, July 8th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7:06 p.m.
Andrew Nicholas is joining us, and Ashley. Yes, Ashley, it was awesome. Andrew Nicholas, we miss you, buddy. Where you been? I was asking for you this weekend. Bill said you didn't show up to the house to get on in the truck to come up.
Yeah, you definitely got to come up, Andrew.
Yeah.
We missed you.
So, Bill, you want to talk about the cornhole? How'd that go?
Well, I mean, we signed up. Mateo and I, we were psyched, and I think you and Mason beat us in the first round within 5 minutes. So it was fun watching.
Oh no!
Oh man. No, I thought it was a great time. Don't worry, Bill. We lost the second round. I don't even remember who we played. We played Warren Campbell and Enzo Hicks.
Oh, they
And
were
those
good.
Warren is a ringer with that. I'll tell you what, like he was just sinking them in the hole. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh no!
Yeah. But he lost. Who ended up winning? It was
Adam
Adam and Nick Powell, Adam and
Matt, I thought.
Matt Sousa. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt had never played before, right?
I mean, once you have talent, you have talent, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
He definitely does.
Andrew says, I'm down at the next race. Fourth was a party at my house. Reed, what's going on? He says, hey guys, Reed, we missed you this weekend too. Reed lives over in Maine. He's been coming to quite a few of the races up here. So it's good to have, we had people this weekend from what? Maine, Connecticut, Mass, New Hampshire, Vermont. I don't think we had any New York people, did we?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Canadians came down on Saturday. I think they had an event Sunday, so they couldn't make Sunday, but they came Saturday. So the Canadians did come down for part of it. What did we end up with for the race? 101 entries?
101, yep.
Yeah. And that wasn't counting Saturday. I know quite a few people that came Saturday but couldn't come Sunday. But it was good to see them, and they had a great time. And so Reed says, I'll be at the next few. Can't wait. We'd love to have you, Reed.
You know, it was great. We were able to get things through pretty quickly, and we were able to get that extra qual too. It seemed like that worked out good for a lot of people that were just showing up too, which was people who are showing up for just camping for the night, thinking that they were just going to show up and run the qual in the morning in the mains, and they were like, "Oh, we get to run another qual." You know, I heard a lot of people compliment on that one, so it was like it was nice.
Yeah, that's right. We ran 4 quals in the main, but the first 3 quals were on Saturday, which was nice. Yeah.
Our goal was to start at 1:30 and end under the lights, so everybody got a chance to run day and night. And the first 2, we were done them by, I don't remember the time, 5:30?
Yeah, well, I think we did the last round. We started that at 6 o'clock.
And then we took a vote who wanted to run a third qual on Saturday, and you didn't have to run it if you didn't want to. And that was a great time. That was great. It was good to have 4 quals. I think Mike Barkas drove up on a whim.
Yeah.
And pulled in, and it was like, you better get your stuff charged. Qual 3 starts in 5 minutes. So, and I think he ended up winning, didn't he? He ended up winning the mains.
Yeah, what was it? The Truggy one?
Truggy won. Yeah, Matt Sousa won the buggy.
Yeah, I mean, he really, you know, it was good to see people really make a good use of that, you know, the extra round, and then same thing in the morning on Sunday too. That last chance qualifier. I love seeing that. You know, people pouring out the wall right there, and you know they might have had some bad luck through the rest of the week too, and there it is. They pull it off at the end with, you know, like Matt Sousa. You know, I watched him. You know, he was doing really well during practice, and then he started having some car problems, and was like, you know, he was able to pull it off through that last qualifier, and the main was something. I'm like, that kid's got some skills.
Yeah, he's got a ton of talent, and he just started 8-scale racing. Pretty positive this year, and he's just got straight talent. I mean, he really does. So, and I know he's got a new truggy, but I haven't seen it on the track yet. So hopefully, I'm sure he's going to be a threat in truggy too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel that the cone system seemed like it worked out pretty well for us as well.
It did. I think it went way, way, way better with the cones. There's some little confusion at first of, you know, do you take where you finish the race or where you start the race? And it was where you start the race is where you go to the cones. And we still needed some volunteers for a couple of them, but
you know, just the lighter races, you know, like the women's race and stuff and things like that, really.
Right.
Right. There's not as many racers in there to fill the 8 or 9 marshal spots that we have, right? So
Yeah.
right. So when you have 4 or 5 racers and you need 4 or 5 volunteers, becomes a little bit of a challenge. But I think Bob has come up with a solution to that, which we're going to implement.
Right now?
No,
No.
it'll just
Right.
happen smoothly.
Right. Right. Right.
So, right now,
I mean, sometimes I'm always for just, let's implement something sometimes,
Yeah. No, I think it went very well. Did you have to do the voluntold list? I don't think you did. Did
No,
really?
I did not. I was pretty much able to get, volunteers every time. Wild Bill's son, Tyler, he really went above and beyond and, all weekend too. He was another, marshaling warrior out there.
Yeah.
Gotta love those marathon marshalers. They really helped the show go.
Sure.
Danny too was another one. Anytime I called for a volunteer, Danny come up out of the pits just as quick as he could. If he didn't have something going on, he came running. It's nice to see that. He's only come with us like 2 or 3 times that he's been over, and he said he's just hooked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's been a good staple at the track lately, and I think he's coming a long way, and he's, really enjoys the RC racing with us. And that's the nice thing about everybody that comes here. 99.9% of the people are friendly and welcoming and help each other. Um, you know, take Danny for example. He had a nitro. I think when I first met him, knew nothing about it, had put it together, and I think he learned more in his first time up than he ever thought imaginable. And so it's good. It's good that everybody chips in with anybody and everybody and helps out. And I think Wild Bill had Warren Cam or Kevin McNeil or somebody welding or soldering in his ESC for him, and so it's nice to see that, and it's good that people are friendly. I think that makes for a good environment when you get people that haven't come to a track or don't know what to expect or are new to your track. Being welcoming is probably the biggest thing you can do.
Yep. No, the weekend was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed on the Saturday quals. No, yeah, it was Saturday quals, and I don't really change tires much. And I learned that I was running on Falcon's Aqua compound during the day, and they seemed to be okay. They were a little edgy. But the third qual in the evening, everything cooled down. It got slick. I should have been on green compound, but it was still fun. But that's, unless you experience it yourself, you don't learn it. You know what I mean? So,
And there's been a lot of that with the track changing.
Oh, yeah.
It's you think you got it dialed in, you go out next time and something's changed, whether it's heat or dust or water or, there's so many different things that, affect it. Especially in the morning up here, it's, it's usually wet and damp and all the moisture comes up through the ground. And by the end of Sunday, I don't know, it felt like it was the Sahara Desert out here.
It was.
Yeah.
And then, when I got home, it was still, I live in Manchester. It was much hotter in Manchester too.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, it was like 96. But up there in Vermont, it was the sun. The temperature outside was fun. It's the sun and the humidity, right?
Yeah.
And we got rain like one of those days. It rained early in the morning, didn't it? Didn't it pour pretty hard?
Yeah.
So that brings in moisture and humidity, and yeah. But
I'll tell you, it was nice. I like the 3-day events. I think we got one more 3-day event. That's the Off-Road Nationals out in October. But we were done racing. We started at 10. We were done by what? 2:30, 3 o'clock?
It was 3:05. We were done.
Yeah, and that included a last-minute qual, and then the mains, and a 20-minute nitro main.
Yep.
And we were still done by like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. And back to the temperature thing with the nitros, like we have probably some incredible nitro guys, good with tuning engines, and I've never seen, including Mason's car, same thing, flaming out during the main, and I think it had to do with the humidity and temperature change that had occurred because cars were flaming out left and right, and it wasn't just one; it was like 4, 5,
Oh,
6 cars. Yeah, so I think that temperature played a role in the nitro game too. And
Well, that's how I came in second. I didn't flame out, thanks to
oh,
my.
you didn't? That's right.
I did, yeah, not in the main. In the quals, I did,
Yeah.
but I had a good tune on it, so it was perfect.
just make it out.
I still couldn't drive it, and Andre squeaked by me. So congratulations to him. Good
Yeah.
run. So
Yeah, you guys have a little battle there at the end. It was pretty nice.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see it too, because it's like sometimes those nitro races, they're kind of uneventful because they're still, you're still kind of doing your own thing because you're working on your own strategy, and it all boils down to that last few minutes, and it's that's when the race is.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
still kind of new to nitro, and like if I flip, it's like I'm praying that I don't flame out. You know what I mean? You're just waiting for the car to get flipped over, and if it moves, oh, thank God, it didn't flame. But no, it was a ton of fun. But 20 minutes is a long main, and I know we're probably going to do longer mains too, right? In some of the bigger races, right? So,
I mean, the Nationals, are we going to do 45 or?
The what was it? I missed it.
For the Nationals, are we going to go 45, half an hour, something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think we need
I
to.
think we should. I mean, if we're going to really push that one, I think that's kind of the thing
absolutely.
to do.
Yeah, Andrew Nicholas, 45 minutes. Wayne Darling, I switched from aqua to green Saturday, and it was great. Then Sunday, even the aqua was like glue on the track. So many nitro stalls at one point. Lindsay was carrying 2 at the same time. She did, and one of them was Mason's. Mason was like, "Don't even restart it." Daryl D says 45-minute mains. Yeah, Daryl D. He came up. He camped out.
Yeah,
Andrew
Quintella.
Yeah, it was good to see all those guys, and they all sent up Tent City over here by mine and Bill's area, and I think it was like 11:30, and we're sitting outside, and Andrew Quintella's generator is running right next to Daryl's tent. So I went and found Andrew. I said, "Hey, Andrew, you guys got a generator outside your tent. What are you charging?" He's like, "Oh, my cell phone." I'm like, "Any chance we can shut that off?" So I'm sure Daryl would love to sleep right now. So they went and shut it off. We plugged his phone into the camper, so it was a little more quiet for him. But so yeah, it was that was good. What anybody have any thoughts on the Joker Lane? They like it, hate it, okay. And same with the new section there, coming off the Turtleback. The Turtleback was part of the new section, but some of you had seen it because we had put it in a week or two prior. But any thoughts on that area? It was definitely difficult. That off camber had blown out, I think, by Saturday, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like that's all going to get a little better as, it gets a little more time on it. The Turtleback's definitely shaped up quite nicely. You can tell how much, it's really packed down and it's not loose like it was at first, where everybody would bounce up there and kind of almost flip over that first day. That's kind of where it got its name, the Turtleback, because everybody was turtling their car up there.
Everybody wanted me to spray paint a turtle upside down on the berm there, but just below it. I'm not that creative with paint, so I couldn't do it.
Oh, that would have been funny though.
Yeah. The clay is very hard to work with. When you put a new feature in, you got to rototill it up, and it's like concrete to break through it. And then once you set it there, it really needs to sit in water, and it's a whole process. Unfortunately, the track holds up very well with it, and the traction's incredible. But to sculpt stuff and make stuff happen is a lot of work. Daryl D. Joker Lane was great. If allowed some additional strategy when starting at the back of the pack, absolutely, yeah. It saved quite a few people. I mean, you'd be 3/4 of the way through the pack on the last lap, and you'd say, "You haven't used your Joker yet," and you go use it, and it bumps you right up.
Yeah.
4 to 6 seconds in most classes is what it gave you when you went through that line. So that's a lot. and especially if the person in front of you got stuck out in that rhythm section, that was, you really made time there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was good. A couple people over jumped it. We warned everybody before, you over jump it and you jump into Joker lane, you may trip that Joker. And if you did, you just wanted to go through because you were out of luck on that one.
I think it was maybe a handful all weekend. So that's really not bad at all. That worked out really well. I thought, at first I was kind of wondering myself if we'd have more. And that's why we were trying to have a plan for our marshals that if it happened, to just throw them through. And literally 6 times, maybe 5 times at most.
Yeah. And most of the people that did it knew when they did it because they were like, no, like they knew they had overjumped. So Enzo, I love the whoops. I'd be better use the Joker lane before the race is over. So yeah, we did redo the whoops. I think they were smoother than they were before. Obviously, they had gotten blown out pretty bad that last big event we had, but the whoops is tough for all of us. I don't care if you're fast, slow, experienced, not experienced. It's hit or miss. You either fly right through them or, somebody had mentioned putting a marshal there. The problem is the triple's right next to it. So in the doubles on the other side of it. So it's just a dangerous spot for it to put a marshal there, potentially have them get hit, and the last thing we want is somebody to get hurt. So, Logan M Photography. What did we think of that, man? He took some
Amazing.
photos.
He did a great job.
Phenomenal job, Logan. Really appreciate that. We've posted the pictures. They're on our Facebook page. If you want to scroll through, I think there's 3 or 4 posts of them. I don't know. There's like 600 photos. So if you're not in one of the pictures, you were sleeping in the woods somewhere because he took a lot of pictures.
Sleeping with Enzo.
What's that?
Sleeping with Enzo.
Yeah. What was up with that, Enzo? We were ready to race, and where's Enzo? Come to find out, he fell asleep in his camper.
I come over the table there. His controller's sitting on the table for everybody to put their car down, and he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Enzo, it was really good seeing you. We haven't seen Enzo since carpet season in March, maybe February. So he's been busy. So it was good to have him back racing. And Theo, his son, did some dirt oval racing. They we have a rent a ride for the oval track, and he rented it. And so he had his whole family up, and I think they're going to be up again this weekend, or at least he is. So it's good to have you back, Enzo. So what else we got? I want to thank Bob Robichaud very much. Anders, Kenny, Tim Gorman, and then the track crew. I think we had, who helped him with the track? It was Danny helped him a little bit, quite a
Todd
bit.
Did. Danny did.
Todd did. Todd was whooped, yeah. And
Matt
Tim Gorman, I think, helped him
bit.
Yeah. So couldn't have done it without those guys. I mean, they're great. During intermission, they go out and blow the track off, fix the pipe, do what they got to do to it. So thank you guys very much. Brandon Clark, he did the food. The caterer didn't get back to us, and then Brandon said he'd do it. So we let him do it. And then the caterer contacts us Thursday and was like, yeah, you need me for Sunday? I was like, no, we didn't hear back from you. So Brandon, last minute food deal. I think you did pretty well with what you had to work with. So, and I think Ashley and Tim Gorman helped him with that. Ashley's pasta salad was top notch.
That was really good.
So, yeah, breakfast sandwiches Brandon was making, lunch, dinner. He stayed till, I don't know, midnight one Saturday night, I think it was. So it was good. Robert Lavea, how are you? Robert just bought a ton of fuel from us. We ended up shipping it back with Daryl D. He delivered it for us to him. So thank you, Robert, for the VP fuel. What else we got? My list is all checked off on my last weekend's event.
We have that team race on Saturday.
What do we got? Oh, the team race, the all popular team race. The what? That was. I think Josh Stewart and Ryan Hansen were in first. Me and Mason were in second. And I'm not kidding you. On the last lap, we're going through the whoops, and all of a sudden the car lipos, battery's dead. And Josh Stewart and Ryan look over at us and they're like, ha ha. They blow right by us. Well, don't they get to the turtleback in their car lipos? It changed the whole race. The whole race changed.
Yep.
So, who ended up taking first on it? The people won some money on that. $50, $30, and $20. First got, who was first, Mason? Adam Powell, Nick, Adam Powell. Adam Lyons and Nick Powell got first. They won the $50. Second place was Bill Sogu right here and Militia Montmany.
That's right.
And third was Andrew Quintella, I think, and who?
And Carl, wasn't it?
Carl, yes. Andrew and Carl got third, but that's such a fun race. It really is. I told Mason we're not going to take as many practice laps next time because that's not happening again. So, and Bill and Militia, she's like, we thought there was no way we were going to win that. You know, we thought we were doing terrible, and then they were in fourth or fifth, and then we all lipoed, and he got it.
Well, no, I was talking to Militia. We were making some mistakes, and I'm like, we're last anyway. Don't worry about it. And she's like, no, we're not. And then we just kept going, and then, I mean, we were just more prepared than you were, Bob, you and Mason. I mean, our boundaries, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just be prepared next time, Bob. That's all.
We couldn't. Josh Stewart, Ryan, myself, Mason, we all looked at each other like we didn't even know what to say. We were just like, "What? How did this just happen?" Oh man,
that's the easiest money, but the worst performance I've ever made in my life. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. My vote's to get rid of the team race. Never do it again. That was embarrassing. No, that was a ton of fun. So Robert LeVay says that's why you don't give up. Yeah, no doubt. And it proved to, a race can change in the last lap at the last turn because it did. So, how about four-wheel drive short course? There are some fast guys in that short course race. Who ended up winning that? Jericho
Parks, and then I think his dad was second, and Root Beer third.
Yeah, Root Beer, yeah.
Those cars.
No, didn't Nate get third? Oh no, that was in Sportsman.
Sportsman, yeah. Those cars rip for what they are.
And
they were just.
Drive.
What's that?
They're hard to drive. It's a completely different driving style, four-wheel drive short course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so kudos to them to be able to drive that car.
I mean, it's the body that just makes it so weird.
And when they flip over, you're like, oh, got to go get this one. And they don't. Usually they'll go back to their wheels. And, I find myself marshaling those races. Like, I don't immediately start to run when one crashes because I figure most of the time it's going to land on its wheels. So,
did you see that time when Christine had her car flipped over? And I don't know what she did. Like it just flipped itself back over her A-scale buggy. Like the marshals were all running for it, and she was still like on the throttle. And I don't know how it did it. It just did this, like just barely must have grabbed the front tire and flipped itself right back over on the wheels. It was like absolutely perfect. And I mean, it looked like somebody flipped it over. I wish we could have had it on video. It was unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, that's right. We had the women's race too, and we ended up with 4 in that. I think 3 at the end because one of them broke. But I'll tell you, those women are getting faster and faster and faster every time. So, and I think that's been a good addition to the program. It's getting the wives involved, and if you do come to run one of our races, please bring your wife, girlfriend, mistress, whatever, and have them race with us.
Really bad mistress.
Yeah,
We
whatever.
encourage cheating at this track.
Don't bring the mistress. Yeah. So,
Oh,
but we got some races coming up. We got what's up in 2 weeks? I think 17 or 17.
we got series
July.
racing coming up.
Yeah, July 19th and 20th. It's point series, 2 of 5. We posted the RC sign up tonight, just before the live on that. Daryl D, baby mamas are okay. Yeah, they're okay.
I mean, if we get a good turnout for camping for that one, you want to do another team race on Saturday night? We could see if everybody wants to do that.
Yeah, I'm totally up for it. I mean,
I
that's
think that'd be, that is awesome. I mean, just even watching it and calling it it's a blast.
so someone, I forgot who it was today, was telling me that we started the race and only like 2 people came out to marshal, and you're like, hey, can I get some volunteer marshals? And a couple more came out, and there was people in the stands that were like, this race is going to be horrible, horrendous, and they commented that the driving during that team race was better than some of the A mains. So I don't know, maybe that's how we got to start training. Robert, I'll bring my wife. She takes pics, and stay in truck. Can't even clean a body. I don't know what that means. Yeah, bring your wife,
I think
Robert.
Robert's saying that her wife just hangs out in the truck. She comes out, takes some pictures while he's
Oh
running,
yeah,
and then goes back to the camper or the truck.
yeah,
That's what he's
absolutely.
saying. So,
Yeah, bring her.
but
Robert.
so the race on the 19th. I know the point series is this weekend, right? The 12th and the 13th.
No, the
No, that's
19th
the
and
next
20th.
weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's the point series.
Yes.
Okay, and then the next trophy event is August 2nd.
Yep.
Yes.
First, yeah, second and third. That's King of the Mountain is going to be the next one. And thank you to Mike Barkus. He gave me some good ideas for some features for King of the Mountain. We got to make it serve its name, right?
Mountainous. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
We got to make
that.
it mountainous. And then not to forget, we got the Nationals in October 10th, 11th, and 12th. Sign up for that. Camp spots, same deal. Try to sign up and reserve your camp spot. I think we got a few left right now, but we're in talks right now with our neighbors about renting out their parking lot as well for that race. Team Associated is a title sponsor on it. They've put it out to RC8 Nation, and they've got a couple of their pro drivers coming. I don't know the pro names. I've never heard of them. The Minchadas, I think, is the last names. Aiden and what was the other name, Mason? Aiden and Josh? Dylan. So they're definitely coming, and their father, who's a Team Associated team manager, he's coming. We had a few others sign up as sponsors. Reds Electronics, J&T Bearing, Promotion Tires, and Donathan RC. Mike Barkus is the manager for Donathan RC, and they signed on as a sponsor, and they got some great cables. We got their charge leads in, and they're so beefy. Even like for the 2S, we got their 2S, and like that little pin that you put in for the balance port is so cheap on most of those cables, but these Donathan ones, it's thick. It's got a rubber coating over it, so it's not going to break if you, so things are shaping up very well for the Nationals, and we may have some other exciting news to come, but I don't want to launch anything just yet on it. Vermont Champs, that's not open yet. Mason's showing me my Q signs over here. Vermont Champs, that's in September, I think. That's a few months away, but
Yeah.
What else? A couple local tracks to us, Hobby Etc. Tuesday nights. They got racing under the lights. So if you're looking to get out midweek, Tuesday nights, I think tonight they're doing it under the lights, 6:30 usually at Hobby Etc. Look them up. They're in Manchester, New Hampshire. RC Madness has their barbecue blast coming up July 26 and 27. I've never been to it, but I
You
hear
planning
it's
on
a
going?
ton of fun. What's that?
You planning on going, or try to get the
We
team
will.
guys down to go, or?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm sure some of us will end up going. I'm not sure if all of them. And then Andrew's over here, Roar Nats. Uh, and then Kenny, you sent me this one, the Ohio Carpet Off-Road Champs. That's in December 3rd through 7th. I think that's a week-long race. It's a nationals, right?
Yes.
So if you are looking to start planning a carpet race, don't forget about that race out in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, that's like the August 6th sign up, and that one is like if you're not signed up that night, it's you know you got to know somebody to get in after that for the most part.
Yeah. Who's the announcer on that one?
Oh, that is Scotty. That'll be
Scotty
Scotty.
Ernst.
Yeah.
So that's a big race. Robert Levea says you won't want to miss it. I think he's referring to the RC Madness Barbecue Blast. I
Yeah.
know they got crawling competitions going on and off road. I think all their tracks are up and going that weekend. There's a barbecue cookout on Sunday, and so that's at RC Madness down in Enfield, Connecticut, July 26 and 27. So we want to give them a plug and a shout out. So if anybody's looking to do some big trophy events, that's going to be another one that they're going to want to hit. So, and I haven't heard about the New Hampshire off-road champs. Usually Dan at Hobby Etc. does that, but I haven't seen an announcement on that yet. So stay tuned for that one. I'm sure on Hobby Etc.'s page, we'll let you know when it comes out. But, so that's about it.
Yeah.
Anybody
Yeah, I
got
really
anything else?
I don't have anything else. Yeah.
Good.
So thank you guys very, very much for this weekend. It was a ton of fun. Saw a lot of people we haven't seen in a while, new faces. That's always incredible to see. And some of the regulars, and just it was a good time. It was a great time being able to hang out with people and race and relax and camp, and it was good. So thank you guys.
Thank everybody
And
who came.
great job, Kenny. Great job. Honestly, Kenny
you
lost
so
his
much.
voice yesterday. He couldn't talk, and you
Just
talked
got it
like
back
that for
today.
2 days. Yeah, I mean, you talked like that for 4 qualifiers in a main, and there were some good battles out there on that track, and it takes a toll on you. So, good job.
Thank you very much.
And Bill, good job in the team race.
Oh, thank you.
So, all right, guys. Until next time, we may go live next Tuesday at 7. So stay tuned.
Take
In
care,
the
everybody.
meantime, take care.